This is everything that changed in Doom Eternal's campaign in update 6.66. Here is what you need to know. Now, this is coming to Switch soon, but everyone else has had it released, and the first thing we need to talk about is Horde Mode. Now, this says that Horde Mode is a huge new game type, and it is available to all Doom Eternal owners, whether it is base game, Ancient Gods 1, Part 2, or the Year 1 Pass. Horde Mode has 3 missions, Cultist-based, Reclaim Earth, and the Holt, as well as some different blitz and bonus rounds, as well as traversal too. Now, the structure of Horde Mode has the arena round. Each arena that you fight has different waves in it. The blitz round and the coin rounds, you collect the coins and kill demons before the time runs out. The traversal round, you move around and collect as many coins before it goes away, but you'll use your jump pads, your meat hook, and other things to incorporate. Now, the bonus blitz round is also optional, as well as a bonus coin round. It's a blitz round, but with super heavy demons and onslaught, or the damage multiplier, power-ups. And they show the screen that goes through all the different bonuses on the Slayers Club here, showing that if you were rewarded for a lot of different things, not just combat, so you have to keep on your toes. The scoring of Horde Mode is tallied at the end of each round. You're awarded additional points for any extra lives and BFG ammo. So that means don't fire your BFG, you're going to get big bonus points. So every demon that you kill that's not a zombie or a spirit or summoned by an archvile gives you points, and the bigger demons are worth more than the smaller ones. Remember, there are the bounty demons, the high value targets as Hugo has called them. They're worth more than standard enemies but decrease in value over time. You have to do your mission challenges if you want the max points, because you complete all of them and you get bonuses. Getting the coins in the traversal and the bonus coin rounds also give you more. There's a lot of things. The weapon randomization is a huge thing that is here, and I want to know what your thoughts on it are. You get 3 extra lives when you start Horde, fully mastered combat shotgun, of course a buffed full auto, we'll talk about that here in a second. Chainsaw, all the equipment, the dash, sentinel, crystal upgrades, perks, runes, you name it, you got it. And after each arena round that you beat, you get a fully mastered gun. Pretty sweet, but it is random. And you get these special weapons at the start of certain arena rounds, which will be the BFG and the Sentinel Hammer, which is worth talking about. And we have completing milestones that unlocks new customization items. There's so much to go over in that regard that's worth its own video. You do get bonus additional extra lives by beating the blitz rounds, the bonus coin rounds, all of those, combat arena rounds 1 and 2 in the Holt, and killing the required number of demons in the blitz bonus rounds. So there's so much you can do to get extra lives. You'll have close to 40 if you collect them all by the end, which if you die going back to the start, you need those extra lives. And you can also acquire them in any level during any traversal rounds. Remember, there's almost 40 of those things. Now, the hammer, Sentinel Hammer, in the Horde Mode, needs 4 charges, not 2. 2 is in the base game of Tag 2 and the World Spear Master level, but 4 in Horde. Definitely. The leaderboards are a whole different thing too. You get a different leaderboard for each difficulty. Now, your score gets uploaded to the leaderboard at the end of each run. And your rating is, of course, based on your score. Now, it says here the top 10 players on the leaderboard get Slayer medals, but it looks like it's 400,000 points, actually. Now, the rewards are everywhere, and I'll pull them up on the screen here. And like I said, this is worth another video to actually go into detail of them all. You have all of your options up here. Your Slayers, suits, your Super Turkey Turbo Puncher, all of the podiums. Like, there's a million things. You also, of course, have the classic Doom 2 Marine holding Daisy and the Biker Slayer with a beard. So many rewards, and even more Slayer skins, which look really cool. That Luxury Slayer looks really nice. All these different icons, badges, super good. If you're on Stadia, there's a feature called State Share. You can read about there in the notes as well. New master levels coming with the update 6.66. Mars Core master level in the base game. This is a fan favorite. Everybody loves this level. And to see it as a master level just warms a lot of hearts. It's totally loving it. Now, of course, Mars Core is not the only one. It is World Spear as well, and you can get each master level by completing the corresponding campaign to unlock each one. Access it from the Fortress of Doom or the Mission Select. And of course, you do need to own Tag 2 to be able to play the World Spear Master level. Originally, it was reported that you did not. The clarification has come out that you do, so I wanted to make sure I included that as the Slayers patch notes do as well. There are a lot of battle mode changes, but we're going to keep this campaign focused for you, as that's a bit of a different element there. There's a lot, if you're into battle mode, like I said, so many rewards and changes. The Dread Knight playable enemy, a new Stronghold map, which I will see in the campaign arenas. It's worth mentioning because modders are going to get a hold of this and go crazy, and I'm so much looking for it. Of course, different balance changes, but as we scroll down, there are some changes that you really need to know about. Cool changes. Now, the controllers have their buttons that you can press, and you can modify any button to any weapon. How cool is that, to be able to have any button, anywhere, any weapon? A whole lot of positive feedback I've seen in my Discord. If you want to join, I'll put a link in the description. We help each other out there with Doom Eternal. It's a wholesome, non-toxic place to be. Now, the controller weapon-specific binds. Players can now remap their controller to include specific weapon-specific binds. The full auto shotgun does have a buff to it. Mayo made a video on this. More or less, you have the ability to switch weapons during the wind down animation. The base charge time and the wind down time are adjusted. Speed of quick recovery upgrade has been increased, and they removed the additional movement speed penalty for firing, so there is just a slowdown on activation. So as a result, it says the fast feed upgrade removes all movement penalty, and the text in the game has been updated to reflect that. The balance changes for Tag 2 that we knew were coming. The World Spear has an updated fountain encounter. Remember with the purple goo? There's a pain elemental there now. Ouch! Meat hook off of that guy. There's also some improved AI pathing, which is always nice to have. There's some incidental encounters to the mountain area. It doesn't specify what, a little bit here and there. And they have adjusted the pacing of the initial Bloodmaker encounter. So a little bit in the World Spear, decent changes. Reclaimed Earth has a beefed up first encounter to make it more challenging, and they added a Mancubus to throw in a heavy demon in the mix. They removed the Stone Imps from the first stage of the escalation encounter for a little bit of balancing purposes, and they removed the Shield and Riot Soldiers out of the library arena. So I'm curious to see how people think of that and what they think of those changes. Now, Imora is what we'll talk about here in a second. We're not done with Reclaimed Earth. There's more challenging AI to combat as you ascend the library building, and there's a Mancubus, an additional one to the final arena. So lots of changes there. Pretty good. We knew they'd be getting beefed up. Now, Amora actually has no changes, which has thrown a lot of people off. A lot of people were saying, hey man, you know, that's the level that needs it the most. Why are there no changes to it? Unfortunately, I guess there's just didn't see fit for it, but that's okay. And we'll go to the main menu music option for all platforms. Yes, I covered this in another video, but you're able to switch from the Doom Eternal main menu music over to the Ancient Gods and back and forth to your heart's content. Doesn't even matter how many times you want to do it, you can do it. The Slayers Club says the community requested quality of life option to be able to choose which music plays in the menu. Of course, you can go between Doom Eternal and Ancient Gods, which is so good. 3 new achievements for Horde Mode. This is a free update. A year and a half after the game comes out. All of this. We haven't even talked about the battle mode stuff since this is a campaign-focused video. Let's Play achievement. Complete the first Horde Mode mission. Reinvent the weapon wheel. Recollect all the weapons on the weapon wheel. And game over. Beat Horde Mode. And there's more stuff in the game too you can look at and see. It goes over, gosh, there's so much things here. And the bug fixes for all platforms. You're going to rejoice over this. This is too good. Campaign. Fixed an issue where collision was present on armor and ammo drops. There have been some mods to fix that. It's been touched on in the past, but it looks like it's good here. There's an issue. The ambient music auto map bug would persist outside the dossier. Oh, so good. When I was playing on my console Xbox Nightmare run of Doom Eternal, that bothered me so much, and I'm glad to see it fixed without having to use mods. Now also, rejoice over this too. Fixed the issue in which the Argentus Palladi milestone progress would not complete correctly. Some people got this milestone like right on release without actually doing it proper, to my understanding. Some people got all the milestones and they just couldn't unlock this. It does no seem to be rhyme or reason, but thankfully, it's everywhere now. And the club notes say, thank you all so much for your patience with these, which is very much appreciated. So there are some known issues that are coming up with this patch. The series challenge reward unlocks might be delayed. That's okay, just delayed. The resolution for this is that the series challenge reward unlocks may not be immediate, so if you experience this, don't worry, they'll unlock shortly. The mission challenges pinned on the HUD can partially reset once they're done, but it's just cosmetic. In the dossier, your progression's intact, do not worry. Control inputs may not work properly in photo mode, third-person free camera mode. They're working on that, fixing a future update. The cooldown timer doesn't appear if you fail to kill the tag demon with the take-back rune equipped, but they're working on that. And of course, the final thing here, the saving throw. It's not the final thing in general, but for saving throw, the cooldown timer is shared between campaign and master levels on the same file, and they're working on that too. Some of the milestones, like Headstrong and Blood Transfusion, are not tracked, but they're going to work on that too, it says. Now, there's some master level issues. The full auto combat shotgun's not usable if you interrupt the pickup animation with plasma equipped in the Mars core, which says switch to sticky grenades to fix that one. And the milestones of progress is not visible from the pause menu while playing a master level, which is just cosmetic, no worries. So it's being tracked under the hood, but they will fix it in a future update. Absolutely no worries there. There's some Horde mode changes too. This is so crazy how many things there are. So if you're playing Horde and your previous best shows up 0 on death, and the victory summary, it'll actually be fixed. It's at the victory summary screen after finishing all the Horde mode rounds, Cultist and Reclaimed Earth. It's cosmetic. Don't worry, your score is okay. And it's also cosmetic if your difficulty bonus score is incorrectly attributed to combat score. So if you have something here, this is interesting too. I've heard of somebody getting pushed out of the world, so you'll need to go back out of the current Horde mode playthrough and restart the level, unfortunately. But I think they're working on it too. So there's some briefly visible level calling present after teleporting. No effect on gameplay, it says. There's a little PlayStation 5 error message here. Just basically says you can't access online game features without PlayStation Plus. And Stadia says the Demon HUD element may not always display accurately. So many changes. I'll link the Slayers Club article if you want to check them out on your own. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more Doom Eternal news updates, combat discussion, and community breakdown. I'm Allstin. Thanks for watching.